live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors, to motivators, chefs, and even rappers, to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie after dark. Through the fire, I walk through the flame. Let's go higher, like paper plane. Anything that you want, I'll bring. Any song that you need, I'll sing. La 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 la, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la, hey, 'cause I got you, and you got me too, 'cause I want you, and you want me too, yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Did you hear the soulful sounds of the beautiful Miss AMI DIVINE? Did you hear the melody come through the screen, y'all? Did you hear that? That is truly a gift. That is amazing. I'm so excited. Happy Monday to everybody. I'm Jazzie KWard, your host, and welcome to Artist Talk. I am so excited to kick off this show. Are you guys ready? Well, while we're about to do that, go ahead and start sharing those videos, and let's start Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie KWard.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show and welcome to Artist Talk. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had an awesome weekend, but did it kind of confuse you a little bit with the time change, the fall back? So it gave you a little extra hour of rest, right? So I see people coming in the room. Thank you all so much. But hey, don't forget, jump over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel, and go ahead and subscribe to the page. So no, right there. There's a little notification bell. Hit it twice so you can get the notifications about the show. Go back and watch the replay, as well as subscribe to kwardradio.com. Make sure you put in your email address. And if you don't do any of these things, shame on you. Shame on you if you don't do that. Shame on you tonight if you don't know my guest, AMI DIVINE. When you hear a name like Divine, wow. You know it's just greatness, right, y'all? So I see people coming in the room, and I'm so excited. Make sure you do the hashtag shame on you. Also, let us know where you're watching from. And while you're on your phone, make sure you Google our guest tonight, singer, songwriter, and poet, AMI DIVINE. So let me just tell you a little bit about our guest tonight. She infuses poetry and spoken words into musical elements that contains R&B, jazz, storytelling, and theater. She's been compared to some of the likes of Erykah Badu, of course, Jill Scott, Billie Holiday. But let me tell you something. My guest tonight is simply in her lane all by herself, and she definitely has that it factor. And I'm so excited to talk with singer, songwriter, poet, and let's give her a lot of love and let's welcome to Artist Talk, AMI DIVINE.
Hello, hello, love and light.
And light.
Hello.
I'm just loving the background, the ambiance. It just puts me in a different mode.
Thank you. So blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here, AMI. And again, thank you so much for coming on the show, having a conversation with me, Jazzie, about your amazing talents and gifts. And tonight, everybody, you're going to be able to support AMI. AMI's going to perform a little for us tonight. But if you have questions, comments, make sure you post them there, and we'll do our best to answer those. Again, just to give a few shout outs. What's up? Leonard DeShiel is hanging out with us. Thank you so much, my brother. We have international recording artist, Miss Whittington Steele is hanging out with us. Such a beautiful lady, beautiful voice. We have Colleen Keithley. Shame on you if you don't know Colleen. And congratulations to Colleen. She won on last week, the Shame on You, and your gift is in the mail. We got Mr. Kenneth Wynn also hanging out with us tonight. He's also in Montgomery. And my brother, Mr. Timothy McKay, Detroit, Michigan, is in the house. Thank you all so much for joining. But don't forget, if you have any questions, make sure you post them there. Again, we're streaming everywhere. Of course, Facebook, KWard Radio. We're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and we're on YouTube. So you can catch us. And also you can go back tonight and see the show on IGTV as well. Hey, Timothy said, AMI, he is loving your vibe.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
That's right. So AMI, again, welcome to the show. And how was your day today?
My day was pretty awesome. Did have my main job, and then I also did some work for the AMI DIVINE brand. So always hustling, always trying to stay productive, just trying to get the work done. That's important.
That is so important. And I have to ask you about in the back the divine sound.
Yes.
Share a little story. Any story about the divine sound that you have back there?
Oh, what's so funny about that is the divine sound right now is in infancy stages. Oh, yeah. I'm building up a departure of the original spells sound and looking into forming my own divine sound that's part that's part neo soul, that's part R&B, that's part folk, that's part rock. I mean, I'm trying these different things. So the divine sound is still under wraps, but sooner than later, I will be presenting that to the world of what the divine sound is. So
I love that.
stay
And
tuned. Yeah.
stay tuned. And I hope when you do, Amy, that you come back on the show and tell us about it. Please do that.
Absolutely. I'd love to. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Amy, I do this segment called The Real You.
Okay.
And it's 3 questions that they don't really have anything to do with your professional life. When I say professional, I mean your music career. Just, for people to get to know Amy Divine a little better. I promise I won't get too much in your business.
Okay.
Okay. So, Amy, my first question is this. What is the best thing someone has ever done for you?
The best thing, oh, wow. The best thing anyone has ever done and continues to do is believe in me, to be honest.
Oh.
When friends, family, acquaintances, teammates have belief in me, that's one of the greatest gifts I can receive other than love. So that I can keep on going. You know what I mean? Just knowing that you have a squad behind you and people that believe in you really gives you the gas and the motivation to go on. So to be honest, I would have to say belief for me. Yeah.
I love that. I'm just saying, I love your energy. I feel it. Y'all don't know, but I can feel it all through these little boxes right here, y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Spirit. Thank you
I
so much.
keep it light and love all the time,
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
So my second question is,
Sure.
what are the parts of yourself that you protect the most?
My energy.
Oh, yeah.
My energy. I've learned the hard way of just giving out energy just because. My theory is that you should be very choosy of how you spend your energy. Energy is very similar to currency, and you don't want to just spend it any old where on any old body. You really want to be choosy and careful about your energy and learn how to preserve it too, and make sure you're taking care of yourself, also while giving away energy to those that really deserve it, really deserve you.
You know what? And I love that you answered it. That's something, energy, people don't realize. And I really believe in that. You have to protect that. You have to protect you. I'm just telling you, you just giving me all kind of life tonight, Amy.
Hey. These are things I've picked up along the way in the journey, just hard lessons that I've had to learn, and I don't want to go there again. So our energy, preserve it, preserve it, preserve it, take care of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
My final question for the real you is, what do you wish you had more time to do?
Music. Man, I look forward to the day when I can create music all of the time. I'm usually up till 4, 5, 6 in the morning, sometimes working on music. And then I got to go to bed because I got to get up for work. There's just not enough time in the day. So to be honest, I wish I just had more time for art.
Art. I love that.
Art.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really do. I love that. Don't y'all just love that? For those who are watching the show, whoever goes back and watch the replay, our special guest tonight is singer, songwriter, and poet, Miss Amy Divine. So Amy, so we're just going to move kind of, into the show a little bit.
Okay. Sure.
So, last 2 years or so with the pandemic, I always say it's been a blessing. It's been a curse for a lot of us. But how was your life before the pandemic, and how have you been navigating through this entire process?
Great question. Great question and a very loaded question. Life before the pandemic was pretty good. I was still working at a job. I was actually going into work every day. So once the pandemic hit, I was completely at home, working from home 100% of the time. I had a lot of opportunities to work on my music, and from the pandemic, that's where Spells was born. Okay. But unfortunately, during that time, I lost my mother to COVID, May 2020. So, post-COVID, well, we're still in COVID, but I'm still, grieving and going through that in my own way. But overall, it's been good to me. Aside from my mother, I've done my best to make the best out of the situation. I hope that everyone's been able to find peace during this time. It's difficult still for a lot of people. So
Yeah.
sending out love to those of us who are struggling.
And struggling. Thank you so much for sharing that. And again, you have my sincere condolences on the loss of your mom, and you will constantly, continuously be in my prayers and thoughts and prayers and that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And also, for more information on Amy and her music, her link is listed there. Make sure you go to Linktree AMI DIVINE, and you're going to get the music. And we're going to talk about her music and much more right here tonight. And, moving on from, even when you're talking about COVID, and did you find yourself, even in the midst of you losing your mom and so many other challenges in life, did the pandemic, any other lessons that you learned? I know I learned a lot, that I thought I had a lot of things in order. And then sometimes you have to talk to yourself and really say, you know what, you really don't have your shit together. I just found myself with some things like that I had to really get things in order. I birthed things. I really started taking care of me, mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
Did you find yourself doing any of those things, Amy?
Oh, absolutely. I really had some time to hone in on my talent and my gifts, and I'm still navigating through that. Right. But it kind of like the pandemic forced us inside, forced us into solitary, into as I like to call it, hermit mode, which I do a lot of anyway. But it really forced us all in the house, and it really showed me, like, if you want to make time for something, you can make time for it. And I wasn't making enough time for my music, for my art. I wasn't believing in myself enough. So the time to self, the time to be alone really allowed me to like dive deep into my talent, my voice, my capabilities to record and mix my own vocals. YouTube University, shout out, self-taught. And thanks to the pandemic, I learned a lot about production, etc., music. Yeah, marketing, more marketing realm, advertising. I'm already in that professionally, advertising, marketing, but doing it for myself, I was really able to just get it done, So that's the lesson, was just get it done. There's really no excuse.
Right. Yeah. Just stop making, so many. And I found myself sometimes procrastinating about certain things. And I just had to, like you said, I had to get it done. I was in the house in a pandemic, and you'll be amazed at the things that you can do.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, just have to get it done. Okay. Amy, let me ask you this. Moving forward, when we're talking about music and soul music, poetry, and I would say Black women, but why should people care about women in soul, R&B, jazz, and even poetry?
Because we have a lot to say.
Yeah.
We have a lot to say, and our voices are very important. Black women, we have content, honey. We have content. We have challenges that we've endured. We have stories to tell. Right. We have things to sing, to write, to express. And it's important that we have that, that foundation and that ability to share our hearts with the world. So, and that's not just for Black women, that's right. Really for everyone. But Black women, we have our own personal challenges, right. And art really assists in that and being able to express. It's very important.
That's very important. So, you being an African American, woman, in your line of music, I'm sure people kind of put you in a box because they say, well, what are you? Are you neo soul? Are you jazz? Are you rock? Right. Are you pop? Are you poetry? So how does Amy Divine define herself?
Man, how do I define Amy Divine? Yeah. Oh, man, just as far as my sound, like I said, the divine sound is being massaged and formed as we speak. However, I can speak to my influences, which are deeply enrooted in neo soul. Jill Scott really is part of the reason why, and Floetry, shout out Floetry. Oh, yeah. Why I learned that, I could do a little poetry, a little melody. I don't got to do too much. I can make a little magic with this. This is dope. Right. Then I started studying Erica's sound, studying Billy's sound, studying Nina's sound, you know, Eric Roberson, like Anthony Hamilton. I could go on and on. You know, these are beautiful soul singers, and I've tried and I've attempted to pick up as much as I can from there. However, there's other influences too. I also love Fleetwood Mac. I love Phil Collins. I love Hall & Oates. These are also influences that I grew up listening to. So this is why the Divine sound is so important, of the way I'm massaging it, because I want all these influences to be capsulated into that. And not just a one trick, you know what I mean? It's not just neo soul, it's not just R&B. I don't want to be just this or just that. Because I got my hand in the Afrobeat world too, you know? So there's some influences there as well. So yeah.
I love that. So hey, everybody, for all those that are tuning into the show, thank you for your comments. I see them there. We're talking with our special guest tonight, singer, songwriter, poet, Miss Amy Divine. And if you don't know Amy Divine, shame on you. And we're going to talk about her latest debut album after the break, which is Spells, which you need to go get right now. You have the link that we put right there in the bio. Shame on you. Wherever music is sold, type in Amy Divine. And so we're going to have a little bit more conversation with our guest tonight. So keep it locked right here on Artist Talk. We'll be right back.
Bright Star award-winning Best International Artist Candice Woodson is coming to the UK. Don't miss the Queen of Sophisticated Soul performing live for 2 dates, one in London and one in Birmingham. The Midas Touch Tour starts on Tuesday the 9th of November 2021 at the Pheasantry in Chelsea, London, and then continues on Friday the 12th of November at the Pizza Express Live in Birmingham. That's the award-winning Candice Woodson in the UK this November. To book tickets for either date, visit pizzaexpresslive.com.
Distance yourself from negative chatter. It's just noise and none of it matters. The world is yours. Don't be defined. Free your mind. It's your time to shine. The world is yours. You come so far, don't stop now. You'll succeed somewhere, somehow.
Hey, the world is yours. Ona B. Check out Ona B. That's her new single, The World Is Yours. She is a bad lyricist and poet too.
That was dope. Shout out.
We're gonna have to connect Amy Divine and Ona B. I could see y'all doing something. She's out of Jersey.
That's a vibe. Cool. Okay.
That's definitely a
vibe.
Jersey.
What's up, Jersey? Yeah. That's cool.
So Amy, yes, Colleen, yes. That's right. Amy Divine. Make sure you all go over and we're going to talk about Amy, your debut album Spells. It was released in November of 2020.
Yes.
Tell us about the album and tell us why the title Spells.
Man, so Spells is about love's relentless effect on the human experience. If you listen to Spells from front to back, it literally tells a story from how when you start off, it's just you, right? And you have to remind yourself of like that personal power, right? And that's what Spells, the introduction, is about, is like that personal power of who you are. And then it moves into Hoodoo, which is really all about manifesting what you want. Because now that you're sitting in your power, now you can manifest the things that you want because you understand how powerful you are. And that includes love. So if you want to manifest love and you receive that, then we move into Love High, which is all about that infatuation phase, right? Which we've all experienced. And as you keep going down, falling stars, falling in love, and then we got fire, and that's that fire part of it. And then it's, hello, and it's like missing that person. You know what I mean? If you go through the whole catalog, the whole 11 tracks, it literally tells a story of a love story from beginning to end and back again.
Yeah, so, I listened to it. And when I first heard Hoodoo, I'm just, Amy, it was like I was hypnotized by it echoed through my spirit. I felt like when I listened, one day I was leaving the radio station.
Yeah.
And you know how you're sitting at a light and I was listening to Hoodoo. I felt like a leaf just floating through the air with the sound of your voice. It was so hypnotized, and people were blowing the horn. It's like I just couldn't move.
Wow. Is that a true story, Jazz? That's
That is a
crazy.
true story. That is a
Wow.
true story.
That's so cool. Thanks for sharing that. Wow.
So Amy's gonna perform, and you're gonna perform Hoodoo for us now, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we would love for when y'all love to hear Amy perform Hoodoo for us. I'm like, yeah, right. Like Leonard said, it puts a spell on you. It does. Her voice puts a
Oh, I'm so
spell.
excited. Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have singer, songwriter, and poet Miss Amy Divine. She's gonna
All
perform her.
right.
She's gonna blow y'all away.
Here's Hoodoo, y'all. Here I go. Test, test.
You do voodoo for You do voodoo and magic. You do voodoo. Talking about magic.
I think it was wrong.
Sure, sure.
I put a spell on you. I make it feel brand new. I make you feel brand new. I make you feel like you. Cause I'm a goddess, goddess, goddess. Don't underestimate the powers I hold. The light within is bright and golden. Blindly, spell binding, realigning your chakras. So you can elevate on levels far beyond comprehension. My intention is to love you, evolve you, hold you. That's why when I kiss you, you can feel frequencies, candle wax, I receive that. Look up ecstasies, I lay melting on your tongue. Magic is definitely black, filled with herbs and roots and incantations you never run from. Your aura exudes magnetism, my smile gives off hypnotism. My book is filled with little black things like I want you, I have you, and I'll immerse you in my world of sage and sex and sage. Sex and sage. And then I'll surround you in my world of voodoo. Oh no, oh no. La la la, 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 la la la. La la la, la la la. I put a spell on you. Thank you so much.
Hey. Awesome.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
You know, the sound, y'all, did you hear the sound? It was smooth. Kenda says like Goapale. I love her too.
Wow.
It's like a vibe, right?
Shout out for Waffle. Wow. Thank you so much.
I love that.
Gratitude. Thank you.
Ooh. It reminds you a lot of, you know, when you hear the sounds of like, you know, Billie Holiday, you hear Sarah Vaughan, all in your voice, Amy. It's hypnotic, right? Like what I said, it's hypnotic. So let everybody know. I'm telling you, if you need to go and they can download this CD, right? It's not a physical copy CD.
No, but they can get it on, you can buy your own copy on Amazon and iTunes, and you can stream it on any platform. So
Okay.
yeah, go stream it. Yes. Yes.
And the link is also in the chat. So I'm telling you, everybody.
Sorry, track was still running, my bad.
You're fine. If you don't go get this CD, I'm telling y'all, shame on you. Shame on you if you do not have Amy Divine in your life. Okay.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you need a part of her in your life. And I know I always tell people, I know you probably compare your sounds to Erica Badu, Jill Scott, and I love all of those artists. But Amy Divine, I see you right up there with those ladies, and you can hang the best of them. I know my sound when I listen to them, but I just want to tell you, thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. And would you just tell me, like, what was your first contact with poetry? How did you come into poetry? And and I just stay there right there for right now.
Okay. I was so blessed. Actually, I was adopted by two amazing parents, and my dad was actually a poet slash philosopher. So he used to read poetry to me in English and in Spanish all the time. He would recite his own, and he would recite others, and just by default, it's been a part of me my whole life. I can't help it. I've been writing since I was 6 or 7. Poetry is a huge part of my life. So yeah, my dad. It was
Yeah.
my first touch point. Yeah, of poetry.
So Amy. So what has been inspiring you these days? Because I know when you are, with poets and musicians, you write anything that has been inspiring you, now.
Sure. That's what I love about when artists put out albums and EPs. It's like a story of their life and what they're going through at that moment. So Spells was a story of my life as I was going through it, right? And now what's inspiring my music now is this new journey of healing that I've been embarking on, and discovering myself again, loving myself, right? Because self-love is so important, and important to practice it daily, right?
Right.
So shout out to self-love. Hey, y'all, take some time to hug yourself, pat yourself on the shoulder, give yourself a compliment, recognize yourself, and don't forget who you are. Don't forget. So that's what I'm working on now. So that's a lot of that energy is being put into my music. So I'm just spending a lot of time with self, discovering, remembering, and just getting it done. So yeah, the journey.
It's a journey. And
Yes.
with especially with you being in the music industry, when I talk about like indie recording artists, what's been, can you share if there has been any challenges you have faced, maybe even having your music heard? Any challenges?
I mean, I think with indie artists, we tend to struggle on getting our music out there, right? That's one of the biggest things that a lot of us are challenged with, is getting our music out there, getting it to the right person to hear, getting in the right rooms. That's probably been my biggest challenge. But I mean, Spells is at over 50,000 streams on Spotify. So I think it's doing okay so far. It's doing good. But and also just trying to find the right sound as well. And that's why I took it upon myself to teach myself how to record and mix my own vocals, because I was finding it difficult at times to communicate to an engineer what I wanted. So I thought, why not just do it myself for now? So those two things, but man, it's so much fun. Music is so much fun. That's it. It's great.
It is. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like move into another question. I was thinking about, we always talk about music and healing, right? Mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
So, Amy, what does music heal you from?
There's really nothing it can't heal me from, to be honest. I mean, think about all the times we put on a song, right? Maybe there's a song you want to wait. You need medicine to wake up. Boom, you put on a song. man,
Right.
I've had a long day. Put on a song. This is a long ride home. We put on a song to get my spirits up. Man, my heart's broken. I'm about to put on that. That's the beauty of music. It's like this vast medicine cabinet of medicine that's good for anything. So when I'm going through anything, there's really nothing music can't heal me from, honestly.
I love that.
Sounds
I
like
love
Bob Marley says, when it hits you, you feel no pain, right? Like it just it's a vibrant, it's a vibration, it's a frequency, it's the hertz, it all matters. And all I'm trying to do is create music that's gonna not only transform the audience, but transcend them and transport them to a higher vibration. And that's really what the divine sound is really going to be like zoning and zeroing in on, is vibration, elevation, frequency. And we're just rising, like, let's rise, let's go, let's elevate.
Oh, really? I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kenneth. Kenneth said he
Thank you,
just
Kenneth.
purchased your album. Dr. Shawnee, if you don't know Dr. Dr. Graham, shame on you. She also said she purchased also your music. And Colleen said, I have Amy's music now. Thank you all.
Thank you. Gratitude. Thank y'all so much. Man, tell your friends. Share it. Share it. Share it. Share it.
Share the live, share the love. It's enough for us to go around for everybody. You need to, again, Amy Divine, check her out. Her link is right there. You just click on the link and you can go click on there and purchase the music. So as we were talking about like healing and taking care of ourselves, I always said that I think all musicians have the ability to be therapists, because like your music, it soothes in a real way, that renaissance, and in a way that it does through, I think, to your fans and to everybody. And just like Dr. Shawnee said, it's healing, it's medicine.
It is. And artists, musicians, we have so much ability to change the world through sound and to heal through sound. And there's like nothing you really can't do. And that's also why I'm like, I don't want to be put into a box.
Right.
I want everybody to listen to Amy Divine, a little something for everybody, that resonates truly with the heart space, right? Just trying to fill your heart space, take your heart space to a higher place.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
I love that. Thank you, Colleen. And she said,
thank you, Colleen. Yeah.
For sure. Most definitely. And Amy, have you thought about like you just look like any acting or theater in your path that we could possibly see Amy Divine in?
Oh man, I actually am starring in this show called For Fee, season 2. It hasn't dropped yet, but I do have a role in that. And I actually really enjoy acting. So if anybody is watching and I have the face that you've been looking for, feel free to reach out and see what we can do. But I really do enjoy acting. And from what I've been told, I'm not too bad at it either. So who knows what 2022 will bring,
you have that look, that's especially theater. I could see you definitely in theater actor. So, Tyler Perry, anybody watching?
Right.
Amy Divine, shame on you if you don't know Amy Divine, or even your music in some of these shows, whether it's a lot of these sitcoms and reality shows. In fact, we need some Amy Divine music playing in the background.
Yes, placements. Insecure, that would be a vibe. I think they're on the last season now, though. But yeah, working on something. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
What about a lot of people are asking, where can they see you perform? People, are you performing anytime soon anywhere?
I do not have a show lined up just yet. I've actually I had a few shows last month. Okay. So I'm taking these the next rest of the year actually to prep for 2022, because Amy Divine has some surprises that I'll be unleashing, maybe some new music, maybe some new merch. Nice. I've been really digging in.
Okay. I think we lost. Okay. There you go.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I got a call. Sorry about that. So I totally lost my train of thought on that.
Oh, you were talking about your new music, hopefully some new stuff coming in 22, merchandise.
Yes, shows. Okay, yep. So 2022, there will definitely be some shows coming up, definitely in Vegas. And we're working on a tour package. So I should be coming to a city near you soon enough. So follow me on the gram and stay tuned. And I'm definitely going to be posting some new and refreshing content here shortly. So stay tuned.
Yeah, Kenneth said, where can he see For a Fee?
Oh, so if you go to, I believe it's on Amazon Prime, you can watch the first season.
Okay.
So you'll be ready for season 2 when that drops. I'm not 100% sure when that's dropping, but pretty soon. So the first season is on Prime though.
Okay. So I hope you got that, Kenneth. Also on Amazon Prime, you can.
For a Fee, yeah, it's good. It's a good show, and I'll be in season 2.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit what the show is kind of about? If you can, a little snippet.
It's that kind of vibe of like everything is for a fee. So it's kind of like it's got a similar vibe to Power. So kind of like that urban drama. That it's that, yeah.
Okay.
You know, in the streets and stuff like that. Great storyline. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't wait to see that. And also, you're an advocate for domestic violence and adoption.
Yes.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, I can. When I was in Virginia, I was stationed there when I was in the Air Force for 8 years. And I was stationed in Virginia. I decided to start volunteering at an abuse shelter, a shelter for women and children. Spent a lot of time there, a lot of my free time there. And I although I'm not personally a victim of domestic violence, I just really wanted to help. I believe that victims of domestic violence need a voice. So ironically, the lead of that shelter asked me to bring my team, and we started performing at domestic violence events, doing poetry and spoken word and slam poetry back then. So I really carried that with me. A lot of that made a difference and also taught me a lot about myself. It was really actually inspiring to see a lot of these women and children rise above it all, regardless of the circumstances. It was very touching.
Very touching. I love that. Thank
As
you.
far as adoption, I'm an adopted child and I'm an advocate for adoption. It works. You know, anyone that's thinking about putting their child up for adoption, my opinion, it's very selfless and you're doing the right thing. If you really truly believe you cannot do it, then let someone else who can. Yeah, because it's really going to impact that child's life either negatively or positively. So, you know, make the right decision for you, and that'll be the right decision for the child. So, huge advocate of adoption. So, holla at all my adopted kids out there. Love y'all.
Thank you so much, Amy, for sharing that. And Whittington Steele said, like, being a blessing to others creates unlimited blessings for you. All right.
Yes. Abundance.
Thank you so much for your service. And Amy, let everybody know also too, where's the best place to find Amy Divine? Because a lot of people want to know, you know, are you going to do do you perform live on your IG page, Facebook? You know, people want to see you perform.
Oh, I feel that. Getting there for sure. But I do have my live performances on my YouTube. So if you guys have a little free time tonight, just hop into my my link tree, hit that YouTube link, and go check out. I had a really, really dope show June 11th. So there's footage up there. There's footage from my downtown LV field trip show as well. And then the clip that Jazzie played at the beginning, you can find that, the full version, on YouTube. And that was my band and I doing Fire live. So so in the meantime, in between time, check out those videos.
Right. And I've already put the YouTube link to Amy Divine. It's in the chat. So all you have to do, so you have no excuses for those who go back and watch the replay. And if you don't, shame on you for not doing it. So it's all right there. We provided it for you. And also, Amy, you had a sold out live show back in June of 2020. It was a sold out show. And as well as your appearance, I love the NPR Tiny Desk.
Wow, thank you.
How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was so dope. Man, you know, we had an idea and we really wanted to submit for NPR Tiny Desk. I didn't win, however, we got really good footage from that. Shout out to Mike Xavier for coming through so clutch, and he was able to work with me, get the band in there. So we actually rehearsed for the 611 show and taped the Fire Live for NPR. So we knocked it all out in one night at the studio space.
Okay.
And that was just a lot of fun. That was the first time I've ever recorded professionally a live performance.
Okay.
So that was really cool. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback on that. So yeah.
And again, everybody, Amy's debut album, Spells, is out now. The link is there. Everybody, make sure you go download the project. Again, if you don't, as we say on the show, shame on you. It's about sharing the love. And real quick, and before I ask you your final question, we do this little hashtag shame on you on the show.
Okay.
And somebody can win a little, token from me, Jazzie, off of Artist Talk. So we're going to go ahead and kind of do that before we let you go, okay?
Okay. That sounds fun.
So everybody, if you haven't, make sure you do a capital S and then shame on you. And we're going to see who's the lucky winner tonight. So Colleen won on last Monday. So let's see who's going to be a winner tonight for something special right here. We ready, producer? Here we go. Let's see. Next time I'm gonna add a little drum roll in there, y'all.
Don't underestimate the powers I hold. The light within is right focus. Blinding spell, blinding, bring a lightning, your chakras.
Congratulations, Miss. Congratulations. To Kenneth, make sure you send me your information, Kenneth, and I will get that out to you. So Amy, as I always say on the show, I told Amy, as I tell a lot of I said, Amy, I'm going to take about 25 minutes of your time, and I have almost taken an hour of her. I always tell people on the show, it's a conversation, it's a vibe. So we just having a conversation. And again, it has truly been a pleasure and an honor to talk to Amy Divine. And we wish Amy so much continued success. And Amy, someone who's watching this program, young man, young woman, wants to follow in your footsteps. And you hear a lot of people always say, whatever you do, don't go into the music business, the industry. It's hard, it's challenging. But any words of advice or just any life encouragement that you can leave us with?
Sure. This one hits home for me, especially. Be you. Be you. I, for the longest time, compared myself to other artists and how they performed and their vocal range. And, I can't do that. Oh, that's not me.
Right.
It doesn't have to be you. It's just do you. Find your own sound. Find your own lane. Do your own thing. Produce your own music. However you want to roll, just remember that you are one of one and you are nobody else. And that's a beautiful thing. And embrace that and celebrate that. Enjoy that, especially you're gifted. We're also gifted. Like live in that, be in that.
Right. And I always tell people, and if you don't know all of that, what Amy just said about yourself, shame on you for not knowing you are a beacon of light, right? You are.
Yes.
There's so much.
We are love. Yes, we are love. We are light. Believe in yourself. Belief is key. Have faith in the universe that you will get everything that you want. Just believe. That's it.
Right. So, Amy, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. And the show is about to go off. And I didn't know if you could kind of just take us out on something. It doesn't have to be the entire, but just something to kind of vibe us on out of the show with. And so everybody, what Amy's gonna give us a little something. Thank you so much for tuning into Artist Talk. Don't forget to join me back here next Monday. Go over to KWard Radio. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the little notification bell over there, kwardradio.com. Make sure you put in your email address. Any artists that would like to be featured on the show, my information is listed there. You want to send me CDs, all of that is their website, email address as well. If you'd like to support the show, No gift is too small. PayPal, Cash App. Also, don't forget to join me each and every Saturday on WVAS 90.7 Alabama State University for a Saturday Jazz Affair. And also, Amy Divine has her Cash App right there. Support this young sister. The Cash App is right there. It's very simple. Amy Divine, ladies,
Yes.
singer,
Gratitude.
songwriter, and poet. So, Amy, what you gonna take us out with?
I'm gonna do a piece. I'm gonna do Spells the introduction, if that's okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Amy, when you go off, after we take you off, would you please stay on the line too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Real quick, gratitude, Jazzie. Thank you so much. And to everyone that tuned in today, thank you for your energy, your time, and your ears. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So here is Spells the introduction.
All right, here we go.
My words, vibes, send shudders down your spine. I'll cook up a spell with the softness of my thighs, conjuring the magic of the morning. I'll howl at the moon, and every time you see me, to you, my love, it'll be too soon. Fire, water, hypnotic, supersonic, a goddess of wind dancing on the back of your neck. Don't worry, my love, I keep the Apollo on deck. Let me sage you, let me love you, let me bathe you, let me hug you. Meet me during the witching hour where we can charge in the sun. It's an enchantment when a reenactment of me shoots through you like a gun. My ancestors guide me, the universe provides me with manifestations to move nations with African sensations, leaving you blushing with anticipation. I cast spells with songs, I cast spells with words, I cast spells with love. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? You'll remember me forever, I promise. Spells. Gratitude. Thank you, everybody.
It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.